I only had 40 seconds, this is how I would spend it.
Oh! Lisboa, yes.
No castelo ou no cotovelo, em Alfama, descanso o olhar e assim desfaço o vento de azul mar.
In this episode, we will be visiting the late Anthony Bourdain's favorite restaurant in Lisbon and also checking out an authentic fado house. Hopefully, by the end of this episode, you'll feel like you're right in Lisbon with me. Let's go.
Tower
The
of
Tower
Belém.
of Belém is the gateway
Torre
to
de
Lisbon,
Belém, Torre.
located at the mouth of the Tejo River. It was
Wait. You guys say Tejo like this? It's not say, you write Tejo like this? Actually, we hear it right like T-A. It's so weird to me. Because Tejo is like T-A-G-O, and that's it. But you add an S. So it's like Tejos. What?
built as a fort to protect any intruders, and it was also the embarkation and disembarkation for the Portuguese explorers.
Oh god. Oh my god.
Here you can wait in a long line to try the original
Oh,
recipe
yes.
for the famous pastel de nata.
Oh, we said it. It was a perfect, perfect accent. Was not like perfect, but it was really good. It was really good. We can't say that it wasn't. You know what? I will put alto. It should be a rule. It should be a rule when I'm streaming, putting it alto. Okay.
Everywhere you look in Lisbon, every minute detail, there is craftsmanship and beauty.
Yeah.
You look down at the stone streets, and there are these ornate black and white designs
It's more like blue and white, but
pounded
let's leave it to black.
stone by stone into the pathways. Then you look up,
That's
and
art.
entire buildings are covered by these beautiful colored tiles called azulejos.
His accent is so good.
But believe it or
I
not,
think it's
these
gonna work
tiles
right now.
are not originally Portuguese. The term azulejo has Arabic roots meaning small polished stone. The first examples of azulejos in Portugal date back to the late 15th century. The art
I
of
just
creating
like
them
it. Stop the video. That's what I love it.
began on the Iberian Peninsula with the Moors, who brought their mosaic techniques to decorate the walls.
Okay,
Their
this
palaces.
house doesn't look Portuguese. Doesn't look like it's Lisbon. It looks like it's from Algarve or something. But it's more, you
with
see more of
intricate
this house
geometric
in
patterns
Algarve.
symbolizing opulence. If you're interested in seeing some of the most beautiful tile works of Lisbon, I would definitely recommend checking out the National Tile Museum. I decided to have lunch in this area. This is one of the most beautiful streets in Lisbon due to its large trees. It is arguably the main street of Lisbon and a great place to hide from the sun on a very hot day. The street is lined with bougie designer stores like Louis Vuitton. Not really my style, but there are some great hidden restaurants in the back streets. One of them being...
I think I never actually was in this place. This is so weird. This is so weird. I think I already passed it there a lot of times by car, but I don't remember actually walking in that place because I don't remember seeing Louis Vuitton in Lisbon and other ones.
Gina. Because sardines are currently in season, there couldn't be a dish more Lisboa. It is a nice, off-the-beaten-path, authentic Portuguese restaurant that is frequented by local professionals for lunch. There is a nice outdoor patio and bar, which is great for the warmer weather months. If you are visiting Lisbon from June to September, this is when the sardinhas are in their prime and will be freshly brought in daily.
Yeah.
The Portuguese...
Even though I don't like it, I hate it. I hate it. But I love all the other things that are there, like the potatoes. I love this, and I don't remember the name of it in English. I'm so sorry. But I loved it. This is so good. I could just eat like a bowl just with that.
Portuguese have an art to eating these things.
Now
Since
I
there
wanna
are so
eat
many
it.
bones, you must use the cutlery to remove the meat successfully.
Yeah.
I have always loved sardines, and Portugal is probably one of the
Sardines.
best places to have sardines
Sa-
in the
Sardines. We say sardinhas. Sardinhas. Here in Portugal is sardinhas. Sardinhas, not sardines. It's so weird because sardines, it sounds to me like the points that you have on your face and not dimples, you know, the ones that you're born with that makes you look cute, you know. I don't know the name of it, but what we call it in Portuguese like sardas. Sardas. So sardas. Sardas. So sardines, sardas, it sounds the same.
entire world. In Lisbon, there is no shortage of incredible street art. This is one of my favorite artists, Adfuel.
What is this? Wait, I love mirror. Oh, I need to know
His
where is
murals
this.
create the illusion that a layer of the building is being ripped away, and beneath lies the colorful tiles that Portugal
Wait, I
is so
didn't know about
famous
this.
for.
I didn't know about this.
Up until the 17th century, the city had a tradition of completely white buildings. But after the devastating earthquake of 1755 that nearly leveled the entire city, locals began to add color and decorative tiles to the exterior walls and pavements. This, over time, led to welcoming street art that now covers many of the buildings all over Lisbon.
Yeah. And in Lisbon, that's a lot of this wall art. It's so good. Like you're just like you're just like passing by car and you just see like this really beautiful arts in the buildings. It's real pretty.
Arguably the most famous street artist in Portugal right now is Bordalo II, who creates incredible 3D murals.
He actually made arts in the place where I live, so
Animals by repurposing garbage found around the city. He calls himself an artivist, and there is always a strong environmental message behind each of his works. The street art in Lisbon is hard to miss, but there are many different street art tours and free street art maps if you are interested all over the internet. Okay, so a little while ago, I did a video about the top 12 things not to do in Lisbon, and one of those things.
Also, I remember we have like this big wall art in Lisbon. If you ever went to Portugal, if you ever went to Portugal, you probably know where it is. Altice Arena, or whatever you want to call it, is where we get concerts sometimes. I mean, when I went to Backstreet Boys last year was in that place. So in that place, it's kind of like this place of events. So in Bernim is there, not actually in Altice, it's like in other place that is closer, and also Oceanium. That sounds so weird, but anyways, so Portuguese. Not Portuguese, but the Portugal Oceanário. That is, from the word you can see what I'm talking about. It's a place that you can see like the water element or water animals. I was about to say water elements, like what? But water animals. And you probably know that place, okay? And that zone in Lisbon is called like Parque das Nações. That means Nations Park. Wait a second. Okay. So it's basically like the Nations Park, and it's called Nations Park because Expo 1998 was there. So let me tell one second. When I'm talking, what are you so nervous about? ¿Qué estás tão nervoso? Ai! O que foi? Félix. O quê? Félix. Olha pra mim. O quê? Diz-me. Félix. Tá, calma. Ok. Olha. Muito estressado, tu tá muito estressado. Tô muito estressado, meu amorzinho. So how I was saying, Expo 98 was there, so that's why it's called the Park of the Nations. And in that place, we have like this wall art that is, I always loved it as a kid. That's basically, I think it's Marvel and DC. They inspired. I don't know if it's just Marvel, but it's a lot of superheroes there. All this just to say that. Yeah, because you should, if one day you come here to Portugal, you should look for that wall art because it's really pretty. And also, if you are a cosplayer and you are cosplaying like a superhero or something, you should take a photo there. Okay? You should. And now my camera is out.
Were riding in the tuk-tuks. Well, I received a very long comment, maybe one of the longest comments that I've ever had on a video, from a guy named DJ Mario. So as you can tell by this long comment, you can see that he is very upset. He says that he's going to unsubscribe to the channel and ask me if I've ever even ridden in a tuk-tuk, and offers to give me a tuk-tuk ride free of charge. Well, we are about to go meet up with Mario right now and take him up on that free ride. Let's go. We're currently out here looking for Mario, but there are tuk-tuks everywhere, and I don't know which one's him. Mario?
Mario. looks like he's looking for Mario, like Mario knows the games.
Mario? How are you? How are you? How are you?
Super Mario, the tuk-tuk driver.
Nice to meet you. Pleasure.
I think he
First of all-
actually wanted to like connect the things.
I have to apologize for the slightly harsh comment that I made on your video, but I was really pissed.
No problem. Hey, no problem. We're gonna make that up today.
So I'm going to give you the standard tour that I do give all my clients. If you want to go into the tuk-tuk, I'll give you some security pointers. So keep your safety belt.
I love Portuguese. I love Portuguese. Talking English, like the accent is so funny. I mean, I'm Portuguese, that is talking English, so. But you know, I kind of learned a little bit of the accent and listening and all of that, and they are like this man. Normally, everyone is like this man. I really love it.
Okay.
On at
Let me
all
put you.
times, please. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle and always.
So keep your. I can. Thank you. Thank you. Who? Thank you. RC Prod Music for following. And it was 2 people, or I did saw it. No, it wasn't. Hi, how are you? Oh, I really like your emojis. It's not emojis, but like a monkey. It's really cute. I'm great, and you also. Sorry.
Let's try to exit by the sidewalk side.
All right.
okay?
Looking
Let's
forward.
do this.
Looking forward to it.
After each corner. So
Yeah. I'm excited to see it through your eyes today.
I'll do my best. So I don't know. I never told you this, but I'm also a DJ. You know, like.
Oh,
I
so
started
he writes
DJing
to
when I was
as a
16.
DJ.
And I still DJ actually. During winter time, I stopped
He's a
doing
DJ.
the tuk-tuk tours, and I go back to being a DJ because you know, like once a DJ, forever a DJ.
You can show your DJ skills. You know, it was great to see your DJ skills. Oh, this street is so pretty.
Whenever you dig a hole, you're going to find something. That's guaranteed. Whether it's Roman pottery or an Arab burial ground, you're going to find something. So that's what we should tell people to come and see. Our culture, our history, what we should sell Lisbon like a cultural destination, not just like a place that you can take a low-cost flight and for 20 euros go there for a weekend and get drunk and do silly things on the
He's
street,
right.
which is
He's
pretty
right.
much what we are seeing now.
That's true. That's true. No, is that true?
Lisbon
But like Lisbon is
transforms
so
at night,
pretty.
and the Bairro Alto is where many of Europe's 18-year-olds come to get drunk for the first time. Although in the daylight
I have
hours,
to
there
say, this street appears so many times in the news for the worst reasons. The worst reason. Like, bro, I don't think you guys understand.
are some really nice cafes and restaurants in this area. It wouldn't be a proper Lisbon evening if we didn't visit a fado house for dinner. And we were lucky enough to snag a reservation at O Corrido Casa de Fado.
Fado, meu vagabundo da rua, não sei que vida é a tua, que andas armado em senhor. Fado.
Maybe one day I will do a song inspired on this. Imagine, like, I have like a lot of songs, a lot of discovery, and a lot of albums, and then just a single with like a little bit of fado. It will be really, really amazing. I wish I could do that. Like my style of music with it, you know, really something out of what we ever listen in this life, you know. It's my
Fado music
culture,
is
so
the
why
heart
not
of the
doing a
Portuguese soul.
single?
Ser fadista de raça é enfrentar a ameaça, é uma graça que Deus nos deu.
One of the oldest folk music styles.
Actually, my family kind of grew up in this like fado thing, and fado and now I forget the word. Fado and theater doesn't make sense, but you know, like representing characters and actually doing like you know what it is. I think you know what it is. Maybe that's why I'm kind of an artist. Can I have like some skills? So my grandfather sang fado, and actually I think someone wanted to do like an album with him, but it just didn't want to do an album, and he just gave up on it. I don't know why. And my mom did a lot of like not theaters. This sounds so weird. She was like a mini actress, you know. She did some characters, and they also have photos of it. She also has photos from that time, and I think they have like an album, or I don't know if it's a CD or a cassette. You know what is a cassette, right? I hope you do. They basically, yeah, that has like musics from my grandfather.
In the world, its origins are unclear. A popular theory is that it started out at sea, as the sad melodic songs were created by homesick sailors and fishermen.
It can be.
The musicians are like jukeboxes. The fado singer comes up and calls the tune, meaning that they've never rehearsed it together, and you will likely never hear it the same way ever again.
Felix.
Ser fadista é ser português.
There is something so powerful hearing fado in a fado house. The small rooms usually have incredibly intimate acoustics. You could hear a feather drop in here.
I just don't know why we always dress like this. Sing fado. I don't. I will never get it. I know it's like probably a traditional thing, but it's like
All fado is dominated by the sentiment known as saudade, a word that cannot be precisely defined in English, but is roughly translated to a deep yearning.
yeah, it's like saudade is like I miss you, you know. It's like vou ter saudades. It's like I miss you, but in the same way, it's not like actually that translation. Because I miss you doesn't have the deep meaning as saudade has. So what I said right now wasn't not the translation, was the meaning. Just you to understand it a better way. Which one means what?
Its lyrics are often sad, and a fado performance is not successful
not-
if an audience is not moved to tears. Fado traditionally is not to be applauded.
Wait, it's not always sad. It's not always sad. I think we have like this melody, yes. Normally this melody they are sad, but we have like actually ones with more like energetic and happy melody. I don't know why Felix is so stressed out, but he bited me. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that we have ones with more happiest melodies that are actually happy. So not all of them are sad.
If you want an authentic fado experience, I would highly recommend the O Corrido Fado House.
I think I know why international people love fado is because they don't understand the lyrics, but the melody tells a lot to them. So I think that's why. I'm not sure. You guys need to explain me because yeah.
Today we are visiting the Tiffin Cafe that specializes in local organic vegetarian dishes. And you don't have to be a vegan or vegetarian to appreciate how good this food is.
Yeah, exactly. The Portuguese burger. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't. Stop, Dave. Stop.
The Campo do Ourique neighborhood is home to a beautiful market. There are many local food stands with things like homemade jams and dried fruit, along with some great lunch options. I just love markets like these, and usually when I visit a city for the first time, I always make it a point to find these markets. This is a great place to go on a hot day and recharge a bit. Here's a little secret. This is the last stop of the infamous Tram 28, which is one of the best tram routes in all of Lisbon. If you catch it here, which is the last stop, you will bypass the long and big crowds at Martim Moniz, the first stop. You will thank me later for this. An alternative to Campo do Ourique is the bustling Time Out Market. This is a food hall where you can dip your toes into the Portuguese cuisine and also try some amazing desserts and pastries.
It's making me angry and I just eat it before starting this stream. Like,
as the sun begins to set, I advise you to get to a miradouro or a viewpoint as soon as you possibly can. This is exactly what Mario and I did while enjoying a nice beer.
did Eugene watch this video before doing the MV? Because this is like the second thing that appears. But actually, now thinking, it's a lot of famous people going to this place. And I never went there.
At the end of the tour,
I
Mario
live here
pointed
and I never
to
went there.
Casablanca and said, "I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship." And I couldn't agree more. Lisbon has a way of getting into your bones, kind of like the cold in a Portuguese house in the winter. I hope that Lisbon doesn't change too much because I like her just the way she is. And hopefully this video, if you come to visit Lisbon, please leave it better than you found it.
I'm gonna cry So pretty. Oh, I went to Castelo de São Jorge. I went when I was little. It's gonna make me cry. Stop.
Say, hey, thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate it, my man.
It was a
And-
pleasure,
and
real
it was
pleasure.
incredible.
You're even nicer than I expected.
Glad to hear that. Hey, it was so nice to meet you. Thank you
I
for
hope
everything.
you have a very good end of your day. And if you need me, you know how to find me.
If you are interested in taking a tuk-tuk ride in Lisbon, I highly recommend
I want to
Mario.
do
He is a
now.
Lisbon native, an all-around great person, and knows all of the history of the city. There is a link in the description below to his Facebook, and you can message him there and book a ride with him.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ever since I had heard of Lisbon, I wanted to come to this restaurant. Featured on Anthony Bourdain's No Reservation, this is Ramiro. This is my favorite type of restaurant in Lisbon, a no-frills working class seafood restaurant. If the waiter seems like he's upset with you, he probably
If you like this type of restaurant, you should go. Like, he says that he really loves this type of restaurant in Lisbon, but like, exists a lot of this type of restaurants that are even better in other places. Like in the coast, we have a lot of this type of restaurants. One of them is like in Nazaré, you know, like everyone knows Nazaré, Portugal, Nazaré for like the big waves. So yeah, that place has some restaurants like this. Also another places like Peniche also has. And you know, places that are actually close to the coast, that actually in the coast, and normally they have a beach or a lot of beaches. Okay, this sounded weird. I do get it. So low in the coast and also beach. Wait. So, if it's in the coast, if it has a beach, they probably have a restaurant like this.
This
Above
is
the
where you can
helicopter.
try Portugal's most iconic seafood like percebes, which is goose barnacles.
Actually, that's
Tiger.
good, which is weird, but it's good.
Shrimp the size of your head, which I confused with a lobster.
I never
An
tried
incredible
this
lobster
one.
so fresh, they bring them to you alive to show you before they cook them.
I never eaten a lot of this.
And now I see
Because
why
to eat this type of things in Portugal, you have to be rich. So that's why. I'm gonna bring some food to me because I'm starving. I'm starving. Okay, I'm starving. I'm already here. Oh my god. Anyways,
this was one of Anthony Bourdain's favorite restaurants while visiting Lisbon. The restaurant has gained so much hype over the past decade that they had to buy the restaurant next door just to turn into a waiting room like the DMV. It's easy to see why Lisbon has become one of my favorite cities in the entire world. If you come to Lisbon, make sure to leave it better than you found it and have an awareness and respect for the locals that have been here
okay, let's go to the end of the video.
a very, very long time. If you want to see more content about Portugal, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. This is some guy named Dave in Portugal, and we'll see you next time.